How long have you been chasing your waves? Be real with yourself. Weeks, months, maybe over a year. You've watched the tutorials, you've bought the products, you brush every single day, and your waves are fine. Not terrible, but not what you see when you watch other people's wave checks. Not the deep, connected, spinning pattern you know your hair should be capable of. And the most frustrating part isn't the lack of results. It's that you can't figure out what's wrong because you're doing everything. You're putting in the time, you're putting in the effort. So why isn't it clicking? Because effort doesn't equal results when the effort contains mistakes you can't see. And I'm not talking about obvious errors. I'm talking about subtle habits baked into your routine that feel correct but are quietly working against your pattern every single day. I'm about to walk you through 10 of them. Some you'll recognize, some will surprise you, and at least one of them, I promise you, is a specific reason your waves aren't where they should be right now. This isn't about working harder. It's about stopping the things that are canceling out the work you're already doing. Mistake 1, using the wrong brush for your hair length. This is where most wavers go wrong before they even start brushing. You grabbed a brush because someone recommended it or because it looked right, but you never matched the brush firmness to your current hair length. Here's the rule. Short hair needs a hard brush because the bristles need to reach the scalp and train the hair close to the root. Medium length needs a medium brush, and if you're wolfing, you need a softer brush that can move through longer hair without tearing. Using a hard brush on wolfing length hair is like using sandpaper on something that needs a gentle polish. You're creating friction damage instead of training the pattern. If you've been using the same brush for months regardless of your hair length, that mismatch is costing you definition and causing breakage you don't need. Mistake 2, brushing in the wrong direction. Direction matters more than duration. If you're brushing straight back everywhere, you're fighting your natural wave pattern instead of training it. Your waves need to radiate outward from the crown in all directions. That's what creates the 360 effect. The front goes forward towards your forehead, the sides go down towards your ears, the back goes down towards your neck, and every section should be brushed at a slight angle, following the natural curve of your head, not in flat, straight lines. 10 minutes of brushing in the correct direction beats 45 minutes of brushing the wrong way. If your waves look defined in some areas, but flat or patchy in others, your direction is off before your effort is. Mistake 3, inconsistent brush sessions. You can't train your hair if you only show up when you feel like it. Wave formation is pattern memory. Your hair learns to lay in a specific direction for repeated, consistent instruction. When you brush hard for 3 days, then skip 2, your hair starts resetting during the gaps. The strands lose the directional training and begin curling randomly again. Then when you pick the brush back up, you're not building on progress. You're starting over from scratch. 2 sessions a day, every day, 15 minutes each. Not negotiable. Not when you feel motivated. Every day. The guys with deep waves aren't more talented than you. They're more consistent. Mistake 4, brushing dry hair. This is the one most wavers don't even realize they're doing wrong. You grab your brush, sit down, and start a session on completely dry hair. No moisture, no slip, just bristles dragging across dry strands. Every stroke is creating friction without protection. The cuticle lifts instead of laying flat. The strand weakens at the point of contact. And over hundreds of strokes across weeks and months, that damage compounds into breakage, frizz, and waves that look rough instead of smooth. Before every single brush session, mist your hair lightly with water or apply a small amount of leave-in moisturizer. Your brush needs slip to train the hair without tearing it. Dry brushing is the silent wave killer that nobody talks about because it feels so normal. Mistake 5, sleeping without compression. You already know this one, so I'll keep it direct. One night without a Durag or wave cap undoes 2 to 3 days of brush work. Cotton pillowcases create friction that disrupts your cuticle direction all night long. Your head shifts positions dozens of times while you sleep, and every shift without protection is your pillow erasing your pattern. Durag or wave cap every night, satin pillowcase underneath as backup. This is the bare minimum, not the extra step. Mistake 6, using products that suffocate your scalp. This is the mistake that ruined my waves for months before I figured it out. I was using a heavy pomade because it gave good hold, and my waves looked shiny right after application, but that petroleum-based product was sitting on my scalp like a seal, clogging follicles, trapping dirt, and preventing my hair from breathing. My waves looked okay on the surface, but underneath, follicles were suffocating. The hair coming in was weaker, thinner, and couldn't hold a deep pattern because the root was compromised before the strand even had a chance. Switch to lightweight, water-based products that moisturize without creating buildup. I used the Ocean View Juice Boost Hair Growth Oil because it was specifically formulated to nourish the follicle and seal moisture without any petroleum, mineral mineral oil, or heavy silicones that block growth. Your pomade should enhance your waves, not choke the hair that creates them. Subscribe right now because I break down wave care at this level every single week. 4 more mistakes to go, and the last one is going to change your entire mindset. Mistake 7, using too much product. Even good products become a problem when you use too much. A quarter-size amount of pomade becomes scalp buildup when you apply it every day without washing it out properly. The product layers stack on top of each other, and after a week, your hair isn't being styled, it's being buried. Start with a dime-size amount. Distribute it evenly. You can always add more, but you can't undo buildup once it's sitting on your follicle. Less product, more definition every time. Mistake 8, neglecting the crown. The crown is where your 360 pattern lives or dies. It's the center point that every wave radiates from, and most wavers barely spend any time on it because it's harder to reach and harder to see. If your waves connect on the sides and front but fall apart at the crown, you're underbrushing the most important area on your head. Spend dedicated time on your crown every session. Small circular motions with focused pressure. That's where the full 360 connection forms or fails. Mistake 9, wolfing without a plan. Wolfing builds depth, but wolfing without maintaining your brush routine, your moisture routine, and your compression routine is just growing your hair out with no direction. If you wolf for 6 weeks and stop brushing consistently during that time, the hair grows in random curl directions instead of your trained wave pattern. When you finally cut, the waves underneath are shallow and disorganized because the hair spent weeks untrained. Wolf with a timeline, 4 to 6 weeks maximum for most textures, and during every day of that wolf, your routine stays the same. Brush, moisturize, compress. Wolfing means you stop cutting. It never means you stop working. Mistake 10, comparing your waves to someone else's. This is the mistake that doesn't live on your head. It lives in your phone. You scroll through wave checks on Instagram and TikTok. You see patterns that look deeper than yours, connections tighter than yours, and you start thinking your waves aren't progressing. So you switch products, you change your brush, you alter your routine chasing results that belong to someone with a completely different hair texture, density, and curl type. Your wave pattern is unique to your biology. The depth, the width, the spacing of your connections, all of that is determined by your individual follicle shape and curl pattern. The waves you're capable of are yours alone, and when they fully come in, they won't look like anyone else's because they were never supposed to. Stop comparing your progress to someone else's highlight reel. Your only competition is your own waves from last 10 mistakes, some technical, some product related, and one that's entirely mental, but every single one of them is fixable starting today. You don't need to overhaul your entire life. You need to identify which of these 10 is hiding in your routine. Remove it and let your effort finally produce the results it should have been producing all along. Your waves aren't broken. The system had leaks. Now you know where they are. Plug them and watch what happens. This is the guide that skips the painful trial and error phase. Subscribe if you haven't. I put out real content every week for barbers and for the people sitting in their chairs. I'll catch you in the next one.